Guys, go like the video and comment Baka Bald, and I will love you until the end of time, please.
We will love you.
It's gotta be racist.
Neither the flames nor the depths could claim me.
Okay, so Akali. Akali is, I think you should go Ignite. Ignite D-Blade. I think Akali is Ignite D-Blade. Akshan, I think is, you could slot him here, but I think it's best if he's still here. I think TPD Shield's still best. It could be it could be either Annie is for sure Ignite D Shield. Azir's TP D Shield. Asol is probably just Ignite D Blade because you have a lot of base damage to kill him and he has no HP. Anivia's TP D Shield. Wait, this is good by the way. Wait, doing this is actually really helpful. Did I miss any characters? Ahri. Ahri's Ignite. I guess Ignite D Blade, yeah. I guess Ignite D Blade. Cassio, Ignite D Blade. So far, everything makes sense. Corki, Ignite D Blade. Diana, Ignite D Shield probably. Yeah, Ignite D Shield against Diana. Because you can go bone plating overgrowth or bone plating demolish. Fizz is for sure Ignite D Blade. Fizz is the CEO of Ignite D Blade. Galio's TP long. The thing is, a good Galio, if there was a D Blade matchup for mid lane with TP, it probably is Galio. You shouldn't go Ignite. No, Echo? Oh, I forgot Echo. Yeah. The thing is, it's if you can get a kill or not. Yeah, honestly, versus Echo, yes, Echo. D-Blade Ignite. Ignite D-Blade. I baited Baus. Watch this. Nope, that has 1 like. I'm not clicking on that.
Smart man.
I am not watching a TikTok that has 1 like on it, bruh. There's going to be a fat cock on my screen.
What?
I think Galio TP longsword. Dude, I don't know. I played against like LCS, or like LEC players when they pick Galio mid. Dude, they kind of do damage to you. Garen, TP longsword. Gragas is a real mid laner. People play him. I think against Gragas, you go D-Blade Ignite. Heimerdinger, TP D-Shield. Aurelia, definitely Ignite D-Blade. I don't think you should do the TP with Bramble and stuff. I think in mid lane, you play to kill Aurelia. It's a really short lane, so you can't really be punished. She can't hit you as hard. Like, I think you just do that. We have a lot of Ignite matchups. When you really put this into perspective, there's a lot of Ignite. Jace, I think is... I mean, he's so squishy early on. You could probably put him here because he can't harass you early. He has no damage. Karma. I think Karma's TP Shield. Kassadin is, I think, TP Longsword. Because Kassadin can just survive. Legit, Kassadin can just survive. I think you're just better off going TP Longsword compared to Ignite. And D-Blade, I think it's too free of a matchup as well. Katarina is probably Ignite D-Blade, honestly. I think you could do TP Longsword, but the thing is, Katarina can fight back. Like, when I play versus Cat Evolved, he goes like Electrocute or Conqueror, and he just fights you. He fights you so much. Also, I think this is regardless of whether you go AP or AD Gangplank. I think mid lane, you should objectively always have the correct setup and never greed. You need to have the right setup. All right, next matchup. Kennen, nobody knows Kennen, and there's no way to know if you're against Kennen mid. But if you did know you were against Kennen mid, I'd put him in D-Blade category. Hale is TP Longsword if it's mid lane. I don't want to put too many top lane champions though, but I mean, the reality is people do just play top lane champions mid. I mean, I'm playing GP mid, right? LeBlanc, think you should play D-Blade. I feel like if you try to play an even or behind lane against LeBlanc, I think you're always better off flipping the lane against LeBlanc as opposed to playing stability. What I notice more from mid lane compared to top lane is that mid lane, you do get punished for playing for stability. Like, I do notice the times I play for stability against matchups where maybe I could have ran Ignite, that they end up roaming. And even though the roam shouldn't work, it typically just does because of the champions that they play. Like in top lane, right? If an Aatrox or a Darius roams, odds are it's not going to be that successful, and it's not really going to happen. But in mid lane, if they pick any of these champions, right? Akali, Fizz, you know, Akshan, Annie, if you don't fight them and they're able to move, they will just do stuff. Cho'Gath, I'd probably put Ignite D-Blade. Because again, you don't want stability. I think some champions, you are literally better off flipping and losing the game off of it. No joke. I actually think it's better to just play for, it's not even a flip, right? Because you are favored. Like Cho'Gath is a matchup where it is not the easiest matchup, but if you go Ignite D-Blade, you are favored for a long time. And that prio that you have, that what you're able to provide as a result is very valuable. Lysandra, I think, is Ignite D-Blade for sure. Very squishy. And you might say, but what if you miss a barrel? I mean, that's life. You just can't miss the barrel. Lux Lux is actually a pretty hard matchup. I think you do go D-Shield in TP. The reason why I don't think you go Ignite versus Lux is because her damage output is way higher than yours. Like, it's not even close. Like, if you look at the other champions here, right? Their damage output is lower for a long time, but you also have no choice of touching them. Same with Lux. You have no point of touching Lux. We are at Malphite. Kog'Ma's not really played. I mean, he kind of is. I think Kog'Ma's worth putting on. I think he's played an okay amount. Against Kog'Ma, I think what you probably do is actually Ignite D-Blade. I feel like Kog'Ma's just a bad matchup. Like, if you go D-Shield, I think it's also bad. So if you're playing to just one-shot waves, but Longsword Start makes you too squishy, I think we just put him here. Yeah, Kog'Ma's... Is there TP D-Blade? I think I would put him in TP D-Blade, actually. Because I really don't think you can kill him. Yeah, I think Kog'Ma's actually a TP D-Blade matchup. Because you don't want D-Shield, but you want to be able to one-shot the wave at level 7. Malzahar. Malzahar is definitely a TP... Not Ignite. It's either TP D-Shield or TP Longsword. I think you should go D-Shield against Malzahar, because your ability to one-shot his minions doesn't change if you have 50 AD versus 10 AD. And that's what you're playing for. One-shotting the wave is very secondary. You're playing to one-shot his minions. So I think you do just go D-Shield because he does have Harass. Because a good player will go Area. Nico is D-Shield, TP D-Shield. You can't kill her with Ignite because she has way too much push and she has way too much range. Morgana is probably TP D-Shield. She gets played a decent amount. I would say play against her a lot in NA, so that's the reason why I'll put her on the list. Orianna. Now, this is a tough one. Where do we want to put Orianna? I think we should put her in Ignite D-Shield, like Farengir said. Because as much as I think Orianna, you should maybe just go, like, Resolve, Unflinching. I think this is a character... The hardest part about the Orianna matchup is when she hits level 5 onwards. Fighting Orianna after she's level 5 is brutal. Brutal. Because she has so much range, and then the second she hits level 6, she just needs to land one QW on you, and then the next time she QWs, she can ult, and you will literally go down to 20% HP. So this is a hard matchup. Is it D-Blade? I mean, she doesn't have that much damage early on, actually. You could kind of do D-Blade, actually. If you're going to go Inspiration. Yeah, no, I think you flip it. I'm thinking about it in my head, and I also played Orianna myself yesterday for the first time in a long time. And with the setup everybody goes as well, 99% of people are going the Roa Seraph's build. At least in my games in high elo. Dude, I think we go Ignite D-Blade. Just kill him. Nefiri? I'll rate Nefiri, sure. Sorry, I don't know how to drink water. Ignite D-Blade for sure for Nefiri. Kiana is definitely Ignite D-Blade. You know, we need to add another column between Ignite, like... Here. I mean, Ignite D-Shield Inspiration, and then let's make this one Ignite D-Shield Resolve. I think there are some champions you should take Resolve versus. I think Annie's one of them. Annie's one of them, Diana's another. I think second win against Diana is too important, and then going Overgrowth as well. I don't think you need second win against Auction. Bone Plating could have value, but yeah. And then let's make another one here. So this is Ignite D-Blade. Let's do Ignite D-Blade Resolve. Ignite D-Blade Bone Plating is what I mean to say. Ignite D-Blade Bone Plating, so that's Fizz, that's Echo, because they take Hail of Blades, that's Kiana. I like this. I like that we're differentiating this. Ignite D-Blade, and then Inspiration. Corki stays here. Are any of these Bone Plating characters? Oh yeah, this one for sure. Aurelia. Cho'Gath? I could see it for like level... you know, I could kind of see Cho'Gath being D-Blade, but... I mean, if you take free boots, I think you're trolling against Cho'Gath. But at the same time, you're not taking free boots. You're taking Triple Tonic, Cosmic Insight. Because the thing is, in these rough matchups, the way you avoid them being rough is by being level 7 and then one-shotting the wave. Like, if you really think about it, second, like, true, actually true. TP, D-Shield, Inspiration, TP, D-Shield, free boots, plus Triple Tonic. You always want Triple Tonic, true. And then this is Triple Tonic, Cosmic. Triple Tonic, Cosmic Insight. D-Blade, Bone Plating, Unflinching. I'll put Bone Plating for now. I don't need to put that. I think this is Triple Tonic, Cosmic Insight. And the value of Triple Tonic is so much higher next patch too, actually. Diana's the only one I can't really wrap my head around because she doesn't need to land her Q to proc your Bone Plating. Like for Diana, she can literally just jump on you and then like leap up afterwards with damage. You know what I mean? Maybe we put Annie down one because she doesn't do any damage early. But I feel like Diana is a no-brainer. I think Diana is just bone plating overgrowth. I've played against many Dianas, and every single time it feels like you're either lacking a little bit of HP, or it feels like they don't land their Q, but then they jump on you and still win anyways. If she jumps without Q, she loses the trade. No, not if she goes electrocute. Because what Diana players will do is they'll dash in, use their W, throw an auto, and then Q after. Like, she can Q after she is in on you. Is it a little bit harder for them to get it off? Yes. But when you go for a double barrel combo on Diana, she's usually going to be in E range as well. Even if you do like max range barrel, she can usually kind of wiggle max a jump on you. What's the tactic into Katarina that has electrocute? You fight her back and you deal more damage. With D-Blade and Cosmic Insight, you will deal more damage. Now, is there a Grasp Ignite for any of these champions? I think that's probably the next tier, and that's where Yasuo would go. Because I do think Grasp is literally the best rune versus Yasuo. I've tried every rune into Yasuo, and none of them feel good. At all. None of them feel good. So I think we'll have Ignite Grasp right here below. Ignite D-Blade Grasp. Honestly, that tier is where Aurelia should go. Because First Strike is garbage into Aurelia. So that's Aurelia for sure. My gut is saying Fizz, because First Strike is a really garbage rune. But I remember that against Fizz, Grasp will not do any damage because he never goes melee range. I think Comet's still best against Fizz. Yeah, I think Yasuo is actually Ignite, Grasp, D-Blade. Are any of these bone plating matchups? Akali, you could kind of make the argument for. Especially Unflinching, because she Qs you and then you get the resistances and then she tries to auto Q you again with electrocute. In fact, I would put Akali here. I'd put Akali here. Is Yone also Grasp? I actually think Comet works against Yone. I think against Yone, you can do this. The reason why it doesn't work for Yasuo is because Yasuo has two ways to avoid your damage. His wind wall and his passive shield. Yone's W is not a big shield if he doesn't land it on you. So you can literally avoid, like, you could just barrel him, and even if he W's the minions, it's not a big shield as long as it doesn't hit you, a champion. So that's nothing. Also, Yone doesn't have a passive that also grants him that shield. You know what I mean? So Yone, I think, is actually a very easy Comet matchup. Who's next? Quinn? Pretty obvious, but I put it here. Rumble. Rumble, I actually think I think you can get away with Ignite versus Rumble, actually. I'm just considering if I put him in D-Shield or D-Blade. Because it is a skill matchup, right? In mid lane. Where if he puts his Flame Spitter on you, you need to be able to out-damage him. But at the same time, yeah, it's rough. This is rough. I don't know where to put this, here or here. I think the way that you trade against Rumble, he's always going to eat your barrel with his W and then poke you. I think D-Shield is useful. This one needs testing. This one needs testing. I don't play against any Rumble mid lane. So that's the reason why I'm struggling. I feel like if you do more damage than he does, just a little bit more, you'll always win out because you have Ignite, even if he has Ignite. So I'm actually going to put Rumble. This is the only controversial one so far. Everything else I agree with on this list. So I'll leave that there. Rise. You know, Rise is very squishy. He's on the similar spectrum as Orianna. So I would actually put him in Orianna tier. D-Blade right here. Ooh, but it's hard because he has a lot of auto attacks that he does. But the pressure that you have is really, really high. The only problem is that it's hard to find a TP angle back. Like, Rise is a tempo character. I don't think you should go Ignite versus Rise. There's certain tempo characters that it's really hard to go Ignite. And when I say tempo, I mean, like, they can, like, choose to not interact with you, push the wave, and then get one good recall, and then your lane is GG'd. So Galio is one of those characters. I think Rise is in the same category. The reason why Orianna is not is because I think Orianna has to play the game, and I think Rise, it's easy for him to not play the game. Swain's definitely Ignite D-Blade. Yeah, definitely Ignite D-Blade Cosmic. Yeah, D-Blade. I'd put him right here. Sylas, bro, honestly, the more I've played this matchup a lot, I actually think this might be a Grasp matchup. I've gone Comet into Sylas for so long, but he can dodge your Comet very reliably. And the thing is, there's two things that you want against champions who fight. You want your Ignite to be up faster, and you want access to things like bone plating and unflinching. So if you were to go First Strike, that's a terrible rune. And not only that, yeah, First Strike's just a terrible rune. So I think this is just Grasp. Yeah, I do think it's just Grasp. I don't think you should go Comet. And I think it is the D-Blade matchup. Cosmic Insight over Free Boots. If you're running Ignite, always. You never go Free Boots with Ignite. Ever. Syndra. Let's put Syndra here. I don't think you should go D-Blade versus Syndra. Because Syndra can go Electrocute. Well, the thing is, if we're talking about the same tempo as level 2, no. I think we should be consistent. If I'm putting Orianna, the most aggressive mage, I should put Syndra here too. Yeah, because Syndra is just an easier Orianna matchup. So if we're being consistent, these are the proper, this is the proper way to do it. Talia, same thing. Talia, same thing. Talon, D-Blade, Resolve. Do I want Comet or Grasp versus Talon? I definitely want Comet. I want Comet versus Talon for the same reason I want Comet versus Kiana. You obliterate him level 1. Like level 1, level 2, I think you do obliterate him. Mainly level 1. Level 1, you obliterate him, and then I think every single point after you get Sheen, Comet is just like too good. I think Comet for sure. I don't think you want Grasp. Because level 2, he can jump in on you, but if he jumps in on you, you're always going to lose that trade, even if you have Grasp. Like, you're pretty much always going to lose that trade. So I'd rather my barrels just be stronger. Twisted Fate, for sure right here. I mean, honestly, against TF, you could actually go Bone Plating Unflinching, because you should never be getting hit by Twisted Fate Q. And against Twisted Fate, what wins the trades is that first barrel. For example, that first barrel, if he trades back with you like red card and he has a third point, he has his stack up, his 3-stack passive on his E, it'll be an even trade. It will be an even trade. And I think being able to go Bone Plating Unflinching against TF is really good, because he'll usually red card you and then keep attacking you afterwards. They don't gold card Gangplank'S unless they're really bad. I think I would go Bone Plating against TF. The only thing you have to remember is like, yeah, I think that's it. I think you just go TF. I think the first trade matters the most. I think the only people that really stick out here in this category are Syndra and Orianna. Orianna has a benefit of having very low base armor though and not having any CC, whereas Syndra does. Could use some testing. I think for now, if I'm recommending something to someone, I'm gonna say I would probably recommend Ignite, B-Shield, Second Wind, Unflinching. Because you get so much value out of Unflinching, because if she slows you with her W, then you have Unflinching for her stun, you have 10 MR, and for her auto attacks, you have armor. So it's actually so good against Syndra, it's crazy. Again, the thing with Orianna is that she has no armor early on. She has 0 armor. Her armor is garbage. Yeah, you know what? I think if I'm recommending this to someone, I would recommend this. I'd recommend this against Orianna as well. Because I'm not expecting everyone to play like me, but I am expecting them to land a barrel. If they're playing Gangplank mid lane and taking the role of a mid laner, you need to win at least one of those 3 early barrels that you do in lane. If you lose all 3, you shouldn't be playing Gangplank mid. If you win 2 out of 3, amazing. If you win 3 out of 3, perfect. But you should be winning at least one of those 3. If you can't win one of those 3 double barrel combos, you should not be playing GP mid. That's what makes GP mid easy, is because in top lane, you have to win 2 of those 3 barrels. Some matchups, you have to win all 3. But in mid lane, you only have to win one of those 3. Vigar is definitely here, because he doesn't have any auto threat. He just has D-Blade threat. Honestly, you could make this matchup a TP D-Blade matchup as well. Because the thing is, all Vigar players go that double Ruby Crystal first back setup. And that's pretty hard to kill. And he's also a tempo character. Like, your window to kill Vigar is very small. It's like you have it early on, and then you have a very small window after you get Sheen. And then the next time you can solo kill him is after Trinity. So I do think this is a matchup that you probably just go TP D-Blade into. There's an argument for longsword too. Does Heimer win easy against Gangplank? He doesn't win easily, no. A lot of Heimerdinger one-tricks who are challenger in NA, EU, and Korea, they don't like to play against Gangplank, because Gangplank can kind of fight back. Ignite D-Blade, I'm going to put TP D-Blade, because I do think this is a matchup you should probably just go double Absolute Focus, Gathering Storm, and then go like free boots as well. So TP, D-Blade, and then Inspiration. Free boots, triple tonic. I think that's what you do. Yeah. This makes sense. This makes sense. I think this could change if we get more data of playing against Veigar, but in my experience against Veigar, he is a tempo character, just like the rest of the characters next to him, which means you're playing a very risky game going Ignite, unless you kill him like 3 times. Vel'Koz, I do think Vel'Koz from playing against them is definitely probably here. He's very akin to the rest of the characters in this tier. Very, very similar to them. Yeah, he's very similar to everything here. TP, D-Shield, free boots. The reason why you don't go Resolve is because you want triple tonic so that you can one-shot minions, and then you want access to free boots to make up for the gold you're going to lose from falling behind in farm. You just want to rush your first item so you can clear waves. Where do we put Vladimir? We're probably going to put Vlad here next to Akshan and Annie, but there's a chance we put him here because I think he's in a similar scenario as Rumble and a similar scenario as maybe even like a champion like Cassio or even Talia, where it's the first barrel that matters the most. I think the first barrel matters the most. So I'm actually going to put Vladimir right here. Like I said, in mid lane also, you're not getting poked as much by these matchups. That's the reason why you need D-Shield, is because there's more wave manipulation. But in mid lane, as opposed to top lane, you really can just go for a trade, and that's really good. You know, like going for a trade is really, really good. So I would probably put Vladimir here. Vex. Vex is definitely a D-Blade, Bone Plating, Unflinching matchup, I think. I think you probably could go Ignite. Oh, actually, she's like second win Unflinching. No. Vex is Syndra. Vex and Syndra are the same champion. Now, Vex is also very similar to Veigar, where she can clear waves very rapidly, especially after her first recall. So there's a part of me that wants to put her like TP D-Shield, but I think there's a part of me that wants to put her here. She's either here or she's here. Or maybe she's the only champion you go TP D-Shield. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this for Vex. I feel confident about this. Because I think you should be able to fight back. Like I said, stability in mid lane is actually not that good. I used to think stability in mid was very good, but it's not. And not only that, but stability in mid lane as Gangplank is very different from stability in top lane. Stability in top lane as Gangplank is having the wave on your side or freezing the wave or having a slow push. In mid lane, stability means getting push or fighting for the push. If you're ever not doing one of those two things, either pushing or fighting for push, then you're just playing mid lane wrong. That's what I've realized as Gangplank. Victor is definitely right here, I think. I don't think you should go D-Blade. Even though the first barrel does matter a lot, the amount of auto attacks this guy can put off is insane. There's a chance I could put him here, because the thing is, Victor's not that strong until he gets his first evolution. Once he gets his first evolution, he's going to be hurting you really badly. Like, I would say level 6. I don't know. It depends on the player. There are some Victor players that play super aggressive early on and make it here. But if the guy's playing like Phase Rush, or if he's playing like, I don't know. This is a tricky one. I think Victor's tricky. At the end of the day, if we're going by recommendations, I would put him here. I think recommendation, you can't go wrong with Victor. You cannot go wrong with Victor being here. Also, I just realized this is missing some characters, no? Where's Mel? If I had Mel, I would put her here. Actually, no, Mel's a tempo character as well. I would probably put her here. Yeah, I'd put Mel here. She's very similar to all of the other characters here. I don't think you should go Ignite versus Mel. I think the only way you kill her is if she hates her life. Mel is the last row? Oh, my fault. Thank you. Yeah, so Mel, I would put right here. And then Aurora, I would put... I actually think you can kill Aurora. The only problem is that you do, like... Aurora's a character where you take one bad trade and you hate your life. Like, one bad trade versus Aurora, you genuinely hate your life. But I think I'd put her here. I think it makes sense to put her here. She's either here or she's here. The difference between these two tiers is that in one of these tiers, you're playing to Waveclear after level 7. And in the other tier, you're playing to kill them and fight for every minion. Now, I do think against Aurora, no, Aurora's here. You should fight. I think Aurora, you just have to you know, you just gotta sit up straight and lock in. I think that's the best thing you can do against Aurora. Just lock in. What about Brand mid? I mean, nobody plays Brand mid, but if I had to put him somewhere, I'd put him here. Where is it? TPD Blade, right here. I'd put Brand here because his base his damage isn't that high, and at the end of the day, you're just farming until level 7. D-Shield's not that good because he either does a lot of damage to you or he does very little. Same as all the other characters here. Galio does a lot of damage if you get hit by his E, which if you're getting hit by it, you're bad. Brand doesn't do a lot of damage unless you get hit by all 3 of his abilities, and if you get hit, you're bad. Rise and Kog'Maw are a little bit different, slightly different, but Veigar is the same thing. If you get hit by all of their abilities, you're bad. But between Kog'Maw and Rise, it's a little bit harder, but still, D-Blade's the best, I think. Zerath. Zerath is definitely either here or D-Shield with the same runes. You don't want free boots because you do need to play the lane. I think we need to make a TP D-Shield category. Or would I put him here? The reason why I like, I want to put him in a TP D-Shield category, I guess would be the same reason as Aurora. Nah, bro, the more I think about it, the more I think maybe Aurora should be in like a TP Second Wind. I think TP category. I think the only 2 I'm unsure of, we should add another row. Experimenting Ignite with. Experimenting Ignite D-Shield Second Wind with. And then we put Aurora here. This is an experiment. Where's the other character I had? Wait, who's the other character I was just talking about? How did I already forget? What the fuck? Wait, how did I forget? Who am I talking about? Bro, I already forgot. Who was I talking about? Zerath? Oh, okay. Thank you. Sorry. My brain blew up. Zed is for sure TP. I don't think you should go Ignite versus Zed. I think there's so much tempo you can get versus Zed if you do this. But I've also played Longsword Start where you sell it and then you buy Sheen. And it's been so good. Going Longsword Start and then selling it for Sheen. But TP Longsword, reboots, triple taunting. I don't know. I think Ignite versus Zed feels really bad. Because you can't cheese a kill pre-6. And then after level 6, I don't know, I'm not a fan. I think the way you win Zed is through gold. I think you just try to get Trinity as quickly as possible. I don't think you can. You should play Ignite. He's so abusable. He's not killable. There's not a fiber in my body that believes Zed is killable pre-6. For me, I don't think so. I've landed many barrels. I've landed no. No, I don't think so. There's not a bone in my body that believes he's killable pre-6 at all. No matter if you freeze, no matter what happens, I don't think he's killable. Yeah, I think the way you kill him is just trying to get your first item, and then you could actually kill him at that level 9 timing where you have 4 barrels and you have Trinity. I think that's when he's killable. Ziggs, I would put... Where is it? I don't think he's an Ignite matchup, but I need to test with this guy. My heart wants to say he's here, though. My heart wants to say he's the exact same as Vel'Koz, where he has damage, he has a lot of Waveclear, and the only world you're killing either of these 2 characters are if they're so much worse than you. If those players are so much worse and they use their, you know what I mean? Like, they're just bad. I actually think there's an argument to put Vel'Koz in D-Blade. I actually think Vel'Koz can be here. Because the way Vel'Koz trades is extremely all or nothing. I do think Vel'Koz is an all or nothing type of character. I don't think Ziggs is. Would I put Ziggs here? I mean, how good is D-Shield really against Ziggs? I mean, he's hitting you a lot. Yeah, you know what? I do think Vel'Koz is actually a D-Blade matchup. I actually think so, yeah. I think you have to be able to trade back. How do you play against Tristana? Oh, Tristana? I would put Tristana... I feel like I would want you to take Ignite versus her because she's very killable every single point after Sheen. As long as you land 1 barrel combo. I'd probably put her right here. But I also think you could go Bone Plating Unflinching versus Tristana. I think you could go Bone Plating Unflinching D-Blade. I think she could be here. Because the way Tristana trading works is that you're going to barrel her and you're going to trade damage. And as long as you win the first barrel, every single matchup here that you see, by the way, is win the first barrel. If you win the first barrel and you win the health trade, you win. Like against Quinn, if you win the barrel and you take less damage, you win. That's it. GG. I think Tristana is very similar. And I don't think you want to be one-shotting waves. I think you want to be fighting her. Yeah, I'm going to put Tristana here. It could use some testing. It could use some testing, but I'm 90% sure that Tristana should be here. I actually don't think she's one of these. She'll never jump on you, so IDK of Unflinching. I'd say it's like 50-50. And I think you can win early. You can win after Sheen. I think the only time Tristana can kill you is at level 6 specifically. I think level 7 onwards, you should win. And before level 5, I think you can win if you go Ignite D-Blade and you land one of those 3 barrels that I told you about. Zillion is probably the same thing as these guys. Yeah, Zillion's the same. Zillion's the exact same. You're just power rushing to level 7. I don't think it's longsword. Zoe is definitely here. I'd probably put her like right here. She's same thing as Cassio, copy paste. Same matchup. Hui? Unflinching has so much value versus Hui, it's insane. This is where I actually think he could be an unsealed spellbook matchup, but no, you need to trade damage back. If you're not trading damage back, you're trolling. I don't think you ever go Ignite versus Hui. Hui has way too many tools. So I would probably say TP, D-Shield. I feel like second win Unflinching needs to be a category. TP, D-Shield, second win Unflinching. I don't think you should go free boots versus him. But you need to one-shot the wave. That's the dilemma I run into. I mean, dude, it's just so good against Hui, though. Second win Unflinching is just too good. Hui shield pool, WW equals 0 damage, Ignite legit. Oh, yeah. Thoughts on people who go barrier into you? I mean, I feel like it's abusable. Like Vel'Koz, Lux, it is abusable that they go barrier. You just have to be willing to sack some minions. Which is why I say go free boots and triple tonic. Oh, Hui should not be here. Technically, you could just put Hui here, though. I don't know, bro. Those triple tonic changes are so good. They got me thinking, bro. I think for now, we're experimenting with Hui here. I think this is an experiment. Because the truth is, second win Unflinching is like the best versus Hui. It's so good. It's crazy. Yeah, no. Adorobolo. I'm so certain on this. I'm so certain on this. D-Shield, second wind, Unflinching. Dude, it's too good. It's too good. I don't think he's an Ignite matchup. I don't think he's killable like the people above here. It's too good. It's too good. Do we have any other characters? Is that all? No one plays Zyra mid. But if they did, I'd probably put Zyra. I'd probably put Zyra in the same tier, like right here. Nobody plays Zyra, but if they did, I'd think here or here is best. I think here though, because she does have damage. Smolder? Oh, good idea. I think Smolder is definitely D-Blade, but I don't think you go Ignite. Because the thing is, if Smolder also goes D-Blade and he goes Fleet Footwork, he has so much sustain. Like, Ignite can get an early kill. I do think against Smolder, Ignite could get you an early kill. I do think that's true. I don't know, bro. I think Smolder is another tempo character. The second he hits level 6, like, let's imagine you do kill him. The second he gets level 6, I don't know, he's able to create so much. I think it's just D-Blade. I don't think you go Ignite versus Smolder. You went from 3 categories to 20 because it's needed. You don't know, just force it. Tryndamere we could probably put. I see Tryndamere. I think you go Ignite. I think you do this. Yeah, I think you do this against Tryndamere. I think you go Bone Plating Unflinching, you just kill him. Oh, you know what? He's Grasp. He's Grasp right here. Yeah, he's Grasp for sure. I don't think you go Comet versus Tryndamere. I've seen Nocturne. There's actually a Nocturne one trick. I played against Nocturne in Korea, and I played against Nocturne in EU as well. Maybe I'd rate Nocturne. I think Nocturne's longsword start. I think you just try and play like as much gold as possible against Nocturne. I don't think you can kill him unless he's very, very bad. Like, even when I kill Nocturne, it doesn't feel good. Seraphine? Oh, good one, actually. I don't think Seraphine's longsword. I think you do have to fight her. I don't think you go Ignite. I mean, actually, Seraphine is one of the Ignite champions you could do. You could literally put Seraphine here. D-Shield, Triple Tonic, Cosmic. Is it real, though? I don't know, bro. It doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel real. Going Ignite, D-Shield, Ignite versus TP against Seraphine doesn't feel very real. Nah. I mean, it allows you to skirmish, though, but at the same time, you could be 13. Like, I think Seraphine is a matchup where you could. I think it's Smolder. It's literally Smolder level. She's a tempo champion? Yeah. I'm gonna put her same as Smolder. These are tempo characters. Lee Sin? If I put Lee Sin, I'd probably put him wherever there's free boots. Ignite, Grasp, D-Blade, that's Inspiration secondary. Wherever there's free boots, I'd probably put him. So probably go D-Blade. And just play for the level 7. Because he does bursty trades, and these shield's not very good against burst. It's good against poke. Pantheon, I just don't see anybody play Pantheon. I think we got everyone, bro. Mbessa? Sure. Yeah, you know what? I have seen some Mbessa, sure. I'd probably put her here. Yeah, I'd put her here. Udyr? You play Udyr mid lane? Twitch? Nah. Pike mid for Davemon! No, not for Davemon. Bro, I forgot this guy's still here, man. Jesus. I've seen 2 mid Malphites. All right, you know what? I'll place Malphite, sure. Let's assume they're not playing full AP. What's the best between either a full AP Malphite or an... I think he's just here. Like, you can't go wrong. This category is just too good. Triple tonic, free boot, you can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong. I think against these characters also, since you're just playing for level 7, you go Gathering Storm. I don't think you actually go Scorch. Let's specify that. Let's specify that. Whether we go Gathering Storm or not. Plus Scorch. Yeah, let's specify what we go Scorch into. Scorch. Scorch. Anything that's Ignite is always going to be Scorch. Always, no matter what. Plus Scorch. Plus Scorch. Scorch. This is Gathering Storm. Yeah, this is Gathering Storm. All right. I think this is the best setup regardless of whether you're going ADGP or APGP. I think this will yield the best results no matter what. I guess, yeah, against Nunu, sure. We'll do that. We'll rate Nunu. Sure. Lee Sin, I think Lee Sin, I guess we can rate, sure. I put him here. You're never killing Lee Sin ever. You're never killing Lee Sin whether you have Ignite or not. You just can't kill him. Unless, like, you just can't kill him. There's a Fiddle TP. I'm not doing this for one tricks though. I want stuff that you'll actually see pop up. Pantheon? Do people really play Pantheon, bro? Sure. I'll rate because the thing is, you have to think about champ select. How do you know it's going to be Pantheon? Like, they would have to pick Ornn and then pick like Lilia for you to know it's Pantheon mid. Like, he's a triple flex. No, he's a quadriflex. I'm not putting Pantheon. It's dumb to put champions that are quadriflex. It's dumb. Pantheon literally played top lane, jungle, mid, support. There's no way to know where he's played in champ select, no matter what. Like, you would have to see Lulu, bro. Like, Lulu, Lilia, Ornn. Like, that's not happening. Like, you know, like, dude, I'm not rating Pantheon. Also, if you guys enjoy this type of content, if you guys enjoy, like, this, right, what we spent all this time doing, this is the guide. This is how the guide is structured. You have an About tab, spreadsheet, patch notes, and when I tell you what I updated and when I updated it. So it's been getting updated every 2 weeks from June to now. Sometimes I update it every week or every other day, but typically it's every 2 weeks. Skin tier list, matchups, all runes, all builds, and then this is how the matchups are formatted. The matchups are formatted by champion, difficulty, summoner spell, runes, starting item, how to play the lane, and then the build. In addition to that, I'm also adding videos that are recorded off stream on how to play those matchups. So here we have an example of what Kennen looks like, and we have an example here of what Kale looks like. Okay, so we have all of the Ignite and Comet, Grasp and Ignite, and then these are all TP. But the point was the runes? Yeah, but I only have one Grasp matchup, that's why. So it makes sense to do it this way because I only have one Grasp setup. Also, not to alarm you guys, 13-minute queue. Yo, I have not been in game in like an hour and a half. I'm actually really proud of this. Wow. We did it, chat. We did it. Thank you, everyone, for helping create this list.